Good morning, Haps. Good morning, Haps. Good morning, Haps. Richard Roberts here on this May 14th, 2021. Current time is 05:34 a.m. Eastern Time here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. Hello from the southern tier of upstate New York. Good morning to you all in Tioga County, where I live in New York State, and southern tier of upstate New York, and broadcasting on HAPS and have fun. That's what it's all about, is the fun factor. Hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD, and live life and have fun. Again, another positive start to the day, hashtag, and a hashtag PSTTD. And good morning, Chris. Good morning, Chris. And I'm not sure if you caught my late afternoon broadcast after the day job, but yesterday at this time, I was at the day job, and I was already there for like almost 2.5 hours. I had to go in early, very early yesterday to provide some coverage on the job site that was needed, and they had to be done. It's one of those things. Oh yeah, I don't need that. I don't need the effing overtime, blah, blah, blah. The mission has to continue. And that's been drilled into my head for the 20 years I was in the service. So I can bitch and moan, but once the bitching and moaning's over with, you have to move forward. You have to move forward and get it done, as I said yesterday in somebody's broadcast, if I remember to bring it up here. But good morning, Chris, and good morning, Daniel, 0880, Tioga County. You're over there by Owego. Yes, Owego. Owego, New York. I grew up here in Tioga County. I was away for a number of years when I was in the service, and met my wife, the missus, here in Tioga County, and decided to come back here, raised a family, and we're still here. I'm trying to fight her off. She wants to move now. I like staying here. It's nice. This past winter was rough, though. Rough. Recognizing we have 9 on the eyeball, and currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's about 32 degrees from what it says. I didn't check the kitchen. Yeah, that's probably maybe up to about almost 38. So it's between 38 and 40. It's a 5-degree difference. And out there, New Mexico way, where Chris, Technician 95, coming in from the Twitch side, it's 66 degrees. At 3:36, she probably wants to move to. Yeah, she scoped out Florida as far as that goes. Daniel, yes, she gets on and she does the Zillow, if you know what I mean. So, and she finds some great houses, some great places. So I don't know, maybe someday. But I like it here in this old house as far as that goes. And stuff, but I've only been to Florida once. Let's see, 90 degrees for the high today. Wow. Okay. We're still cool. That's 60 range. It was very pleasant and nice with the cool breeze. Got any plans for the weekend? Probably hanging out here in Haps and resting up because I'm still a little recovery there from that. Usually if I do a 12-hour. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my response back is usually a day or two. So I'm wide awake. I got the coffee. I was pumping the coffee in yesterday. I was buzzing. I was bouncing off the walls. And yes, I will probably be playing some PUBG there, Chris. That is definitely on the things to do this weekend as far as to go. I think Randy is already over on Twitch. I saw him. I got a notification on the Twitch that he is live, or he is on over at Twitch right now. And as I check my Twitch page, yeah, he's over there right now on Twitch, and yep, he's live right now. I got him on the thing there, so he is, he's not working today or something like that. He's off for a week. He was saying. I caught him on a broadcast yesterday, and as far as that goes. And well, what happened there? Let's see. Okay, no, I don't want that. Let's bring that back here. Okay, but yeah, we got a good deal of sunshine's forecast today. The high down there, in Florida, like Chris said, it was going to. Yeah, he's playing PUBG right now, Chris. Where Chris is at, it's going to be 90 degrees. Our high is going to be 69 degrees. So we're going to be a lot cooler than that. Winds out of northwest at 510 miles an hour. Sun will be rising at 5:47 a.m. and that's like in 8 minutes here from now. It's getting daylight out there right now, and we had some clear skies overnight. I saw the stars and all that, but we have sunny forecasts again across the board till later in the afternoon. Sun will be setting at 8:19 p.m. as far as that goes, and sunrise there in New Mexico is at 6:13. And like I said, it duty call, so I have to put this aside because this is the fun stuff that I like doing as far as being here on apps. And yes, I have to mention I do have the morning coffee, and it is good. And so duty calls, and you have to do those things, the priorities. So everybody has priorities in their life and stuff like that. And that saying that I have here on my little post-it that I wrote, move forward to get it done. Yesterday, when I did get home, I did about a 30-minute broadcast and talked about some very interesting news that I found very intriguing. Yeah, some people are going to look at it and not really pay attention because, and you got to respect that. When I first saw it, I'm like, is this for real? And what it pertained to was the CDC here in the United States of America that dictates how we are mitigating this pandemic of COVID-19. The director there stated that we no longer have to wear the mask outdoors. Well, we should be wearing the mask outdoors. Yes, totally agree. But when you're in a group of people and you're at close quarters, it's the prudent thing to do. Whether you agree or disagree, it's the prudent thing to do. Okay? But I agree. Yes, you're in an open area and stuff like that. And I've done it myself as far as even on the job site, if I'm outside the various facilities, I have my mask down because I breathe a lot better and stuff. But if somebody's approaching me, I'm putting my mask up and they're doing the same. That's out of respect for each other and stuff like that. If in close quarters, indoors, that's the difference here. The addition, because I'm saying, is this for true? If you are fully vaccinated, meaning that you have the vaccine, you do not have to wear it. Yes, Chris says the CDC said once you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask indoors, outdoor. Exactly. And the key thing, outdoors, you keep space. Yeah, that's a given. That's common sense. Indoors, it's a little more confined. The air doesn't move around, or it does move around, but it's confined, more confined area. Am I going to still wear the mask? Yes, because that's probably going to be the requirement for a while, even though the CDC said, there'll be people out there. Well, the CDC said, well, if a business says a sign that says, if you want to pass these doors, you have to wear a mask, you have to respect that. Okay? Just like I respect the fact that you don't believe a mask is necessary. That's true. But when you're in somebody else's sandbox or playground or whatever, you have to abide by the rules. So I'm I like abiding by the rules. But put that aside, the big thing is they're saying we don't have to wear them. People don't respect. I think that's a minimum. I think, Chris. I think a minimum people don't. I think once they look at it realistically and stuff, I think they abide by the rules for the most part. We all, I don't abide by the speed limit all the time. I always go maybe 10 miles more. So I'm breaking the rule right there, but I still respect that speed limit sign. Okay. That's how I'm looking at a lot of people, they fudge it a little bit. Okay. But the rules are there for a reason. So, but the big thing is getting back to that, not to get sidetracked. when I saw that news, and then I always verify it. Bad Rich, bad Richard, bad. Those speeding. Um, uh, the big thing though, I at that moment when I'm looking at other news and the actual quote from the CDC director, I'm like, I had this such rush of a feeling that I was back in time at the end of World War II when everybody got the, and it was everybody. I was just elated because that's a big deal for the CDC to say that, and the science is there. This is just for the United States, and I think other countries will follow one because the numbers, the CDC, the numbers are coming down drastically across the board. We still have deaths. Okay, we've had massive deaths in this country, in the world. Okay, represents 2% of the total cases. Okay, India is tragic on what they're going through. Okay, I'm not marginalizing that, but it's just that you got to look at that news that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and the doom and gloom of COVID. We're mitigating it a lot better to where the CDC, which is pretty big stuff there, is saying you don't have to wear a mask indoors if you're vaccinated. And I guess I'm elated about that because on June 3rd, I get my second vaccination. And even now, with the one vaccination, I'm protected to a certain degree from what the science is saying. Okay, so the numbers we got, like, was it 46% of the United States from what the CDC was saying is vaccinated. I didn't think this announcement was going to happen until we had over 70%. So there's some science there that CDC, they could say, oh, they were pressured or whatever, but the numbers are coming down. I mean, the number of cases daily are down to where they're less than last April. That's over a year ago. So we are down at the other end of the, we went up that mountain of all the cases and we come down. We're down on the other side of the mountain. So I just was elated that. And then afterwards, I was in a broadcast from our good friend, and everybody knows him. I brought up his profile here, Mr. Edward Lynn, 0827. He was doing his 5-mile walk, and he is a great guy. He is a very positive guy. He was on mobile, so I was surprised. He allowed me, he invited me in, and I had a chat with some other people, met some great people there. Of course, Randy was there, Randy W. Horton, the GOAT of HAPS, that the individual that we all love. And that's where he was asking us a word game. And my word was forward. And then he said, put a sentence as that. And I said, well, move forward to get it done. And that's what we're doing with COVID. We're moving forward to get it done, to sort of segregate that, mix that in with the broadcast here. So, and I'm always a believer that we have to move forward to make some progress. And of course, there's are going to be people that I have coworkers that will not get the shot, the vaccination. They believe, and that's their prerogative. That, I'm not going to get an argument. I don't get into arguments. I've had my fill of arguments in the past. I don't get it. I get into discussions where there's a mutual coming of thoughts. And that's what I like about Edward, stuff like that. He has some very strong beliefs, and I agree with those beliefs. There are probably some people that don't, but you got to respect the individual as far as that goes. And okay, I see where you're coming from. That's cool. But I'm not going to get an argument over things. I refuse. I will back away and I will just shut down. And it's like, it's not worth. Arguments do not produce. It doesn't move you forward. It doesn't produce anything positive. And a discussion will. A discussion will come to the conclusion that you agree that you both disagree, but you're still mutual friends and stuff like that. So, I really enjoy Edward as far as his outlook on things. So that was a very positive thing at the end of the day. Randy, the celebrity of apps, yes, and Edward too. I don't know if you ever caught Edward's broadcast. He's a very positive gentleman, and I always enjoy his broadcast. He's one of the, he's right up there with Randy on his thought process and stuff like that. So I appreciate it. And I'm very blessed. I feel that I do know him, and it's because of Haps. So see, even with this COVID, and Edward, who he is, let me put him in here. Let's see, let me put him as Edward. I'm going to give him a shout out. Edward Lynn, Lynn. Let's see, very cool person. Is that his handle? Okay, is this Eddie? Okay, here. Let's see. Edward LYNN 0827. And that's his handle. A very good person. A great guy. He's probably sleeping right now because he's out there in California. And one of the good guys. There it is, right there, Chris. Is he on? No, I don't think he's on Twitch. He's Haps only. I think he's on Haps as far as that goes. He's out there in Los Angeles, California. His profile: he's a lover of Jesus. He's a funeral and cemetery business, married to his wife Melody. My amazing wife, and discipline is freedom, and he's a great guy. And yeah, so. But I would say follow him. I enjoy him. I've gotten to know him, and just to be on his broadcast, I feel very blessed and honored and stuff. He's a great guy. So I wanted to mention that because at the end of a long 12-hour day yesterday, he really perked me up as far as the words that he had to say as far as that goes. And one of those things, he's a guy that expresses to be kind. And that's what I'm going to move right into our thought for the day, or our article for the day here in the last 10 minutes of my broadcast here and stuff. We're ahead of schedule. That's good. I'm ahead of schedule, but once I'm done with the broadcast, I'll get behind schedule. So. But he is a man that epitomizes the be kind to others, and he expresses that, and you feel that when you're talking to him. I mean, he just radiates be kind. And this article here that I want to present is 7 in 10 Americans agree that 2020 made them a better person, and here's how. Even though we had COVID, and I would have to almost agree with this on it, what it says, because according to a new survey, 74% Americans say 2020 has made them more aware of the needs of others and more selfless than ever before. Let's see, a poll of 2005 Americans revealed that since March of 2020, last year, people are more often embracing the idea of neighborly love. Some examples include 87% of Americans have donated a portion of their paycheck, even though 3 to 5 experience financial difficulties. 41% have helped a stranger across the street. 38% have gone out of their way to take out the neighbor's trash, and 31% have walked their neighbor's dog. And for those who live in snowy climates, 1/3 have shoveled out neighbors' cars in the past year. In general, 72% said they found themselves caring about the health and well-being of others, significantly more in the past year. The survey, conducted by OnePoll in conjunction with Eyes of Hope, the charitable arm of VSP Global, aim to discover how people are dealing with the impact of this pandemic. It's been incredibly meaningful to see how the challenges, not the problem, challenges of the last year have caused us to care even more for each other, said Pat McNeil, a spokesman for VSP Eyes of Hope. The study validates what we've been hearing from our employers and charitable partners. People are looking to better the lives of others and the communities because they envision a great purpose after such a devastating year. Ultimately, while 2020 has been a difficult year for many, it's heartening to hear that the experience has made a large majority a better person overall. And like I said before I was reading this, Edward is one of those individuals that has made it better for people here. And I've seen that. And so he's epitome of the word kindness. And I like that. I like that very much. It's it's okay. So that's a good connection there as far as with Edward, as far as the word kindness, and as far as here, because he is a very kind person, and in some case a very generous person here, because he has helped out individuals here on HAPS as far as to get their broadcast going and stuff, in a manner of speaking. So and he's a man of his word, and he's straight up. And I would love to sit down and meet the man, have a cup of coffee, because I'm not sure he partakes of the other adult beverages and stuff. Which I had one yesterday during my broadcast, a Land Shark, which is an adult beverage and stuff. It's trying something different than the regular adult, a different version of the adult beverage. Or same version, but a different kind, and it was pretty good as far as that good. It sort of capped off the day as far as that goes. So again, I highly recommend that you follow Edward Lynn 0827 at EDLYN here on HAPS and stuff like that. So, and get to know him, because he's a great guy. And that's the one thing about this. Well, I didn't start getting on HAPS until it was January, because I was scoping it out. And for me, I was in the midst of a loss there. We lost Max, who was back there. We have his ashes and next to the fire hydrant there that my father made. But I'm over. It drew me in because of the people I was watching. I was going to stay off this internet for quite a while, and I didn't want to come. I didn't. But I said, well, let me check this HAPS out, and the people drew me in. So that's a positive thing from this pandemic, to be able to connect and stuff like that with people. Because even if the pandemic wasn't here, I'd still be drawn in, because this live streaming, it brings us together. And I think a lot of people have realized that because of the pandemic. So it's a sort of a derivative of the fallout, positive thing, positive outcome of the pandemic, I guess, is to be able to communicate with others. Like I'm talking to here every morning. I get up and I see Chris coming in and Daniel saying good morning, and they're listening to my this knucklehead get on a soapbox talking about stuff as far as that goes, and I appreciate that. And as far as there's some ups and downs here on HAPS of recent, but I think they're smoothing out. And we're moving forward. We're moving forward to get it done as far as communicating with each other. And one of those people I love seeing, and on the broadcasting here on HAPS is Edward. And those people that I'm broadcasting over there on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Live and my 2 Facebooks. You got to come over here and check Edward Lynn 0827. He's at EDYN and check out his broadcast. It's very, very good. He goes on walks. I was just surprised also that he was on mobile and he had a good connection. He had a fantastic connection because usually when I come in on somebody's mobile, I sort of crap out or something like that. But Haps has been better. We the last couple, well, was it not yesterday? So Tuesday and Wednesday and even Monday's broadcast, I've been pixelated. So I haven't been as pixelated. So as far as that goes for the broadcast. So I don't know. Haps has, I don't know. I caught a bit of their community broadcast they had yesterday, and there's some updates coming up or something like that. So maybe they were working on some updates during that time in the morning, because that's usually the case of these IT guys. They like to work in the middle of the night when nobody's really using the internet. All right, folks. We're 28 minutes. We got a couple more minutes here, so just sit back and relax. So I'm back on a regular schedule. We'll get through today. Today's Friday, the last day of the week, and then we start our weekend here. I plan on doing some gaming, some PUBG, as I mentioned to Chris there. I plan on doing some Lord of the Rings. I plan on probably at night. Maybe I might get a nighttime broadcast. Not of the sky. We got a moon that's, I think it's waxing. It's coming. It's just starting. There's just a sliver, but there's Venus is noticeable now in the evening sky. The morning I've been seeing, I think it's Saturn and Jupiter. They're rising on the east and stuff. When I woke up this morning, I saw them out the kitchen window. So I got to get the telescope out there with my new lenses. And but we have the fire pit out back. And when I got home yesterday, there was a barrel full of wood to be burned out there. So we could possibly have another fireside chat, and probably maybe at night, if not during the day. I know we had one last Saturday. The missus had the fire pit going for the first time, so that was pretty cool to do. And so, just check out what everybody else is doing here on Haps and stuff like that. And enjoy the weekend, and just hopefully go slow. Have a nice slow weekend. This week went pretty quick. It went pretty quick. So I'm glad it's at the end of the week. And actually, yesterday the 12-hour went fairly quick too, I guess. So, and that's how things happen when you move forward. You move forward to get it done. All right, folks. I got time for a second cup of coffee here after the broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and exit stage left here, get my day started. Chris, as always, thank you for being in the comments. Daniel, thank you for being here. We got 68 on the eyeball. Thank you very much. There must be somebody in here bringing those numbers in. There's somebody lurking in the background. I don't think it's Randy. I think he's still over there on Twitch as far as that goes. But there's somebody lurking that, the numbers perked up a little bit there. So as far as that goes, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Chris. Yeah, lots of laugh as far as that goes. All right, folks. That's about it. We'll be talking to you in the next broadcast. Oh, tomorrow I will be doing a radio show. I pre-record it, and then I'll be dropping it on my Twitter page. I will be dropping it here on my Haps timeline tomorrow. Mixcloud, I've got it. I got it already set up in the iPad Mini. We're gonna have songs from Metallica, Huey Lewis, Rockwell, Portugal, Blondie, Scorpions, Joan Jett, and Iron Maiden. I got songs already set, so we'll be presenting that tomorrow. All right, folks. You all have a great one today. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.